This is my very first time, as you've just seen. I've just installed it. I've just loaded in, and here it is. The A2A Piper Comanche. Their Accu Sim. So apparently it has its own external flight model, its own very detailed engine model, wear model. One of the most detailed planes that we now have for Microsoft Flight Simulator, allegedly. I guess we're going to find out whether that's accurate, which should be pretty fun. 42 V8. Okay, thanks. So we're going... Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Going down to Virginia Beach. So our flight today is going to be from Washington, D.C. down to Virginia Beach. It's a 138-mile flight, 54 minutes. And obviously have to get the plane set up and get it up into cruise and everything first. Maybe let's check out the external model and see how this looks from the outside. People are always interested in this, although the strength of this plane is going to be more like the systems thing, but still want it to look pretty in the simulator, don't you? Right up to the rivets. Livery looks pretty sharp, doesn't it? Obviously, it's got its tie downs. It's got torpedo covers all set, ready to go. I think it looks like a pretty nice model. Everyone likes to look at landing gears and shocks and things. Hey, liking it so far. We've flown around the outside, and I like it so far. It's a good-looking GA aircraft, and definitely resembles the Piper Comanche, which has kind of got these classic lines and a very like sleek shape. Hey, the outside. How about we jump inside and check out the cockpit? So again, I don't really know what functionality this has, but I'm going to assume that it's pretty similar to most of the GA aircraft in Flight Sim. In terms of functionality, we've got a nice parcel shelf. We got seats at the back. We got seats at the front. Looks like we've got our fuel cutoffs down here. Tanks off. There we go. Them to main. Just. We've got an analog gauge cluster. Can we disappear these? Can't disappear. Oh, we got to get rid of the bungee cord. I guess the gust lock holding the yokes. That's pretty cool. And then we can disappear the yoke so that we can take a good look at the analog gauge cluster here. That's looking pretty nice. Looks like maybe a digital engine monitoring system of some sort. Got our analog here, which is always fun to play around with. I'm pretty sure that can be switched out for some digital comms as well using the iPad, which looks like right here. There we go. There's the iPad. Functional windows. Got functional air vents. Gonna fly offline. James, do you wanna control us, or you had enough? Right. I won't take offense either way. Like there's some way of undoing these doors. Maybe do it in the iPad. Autopilot. Autopilot. Great question. Like no, we're not with this setup anyway. All right, James, that's all right. We'll fly offline then. We'll fly on multiplayer, but not on VATSIM. There's no controller. You don't have anyone else in your airspace now, so fair enough. Here's the iPad. Obviously, we've got flight info here. Checklists, that's always good. Emergency checklist as well. That's pretty useful. Controls here. Oh, here we go. I think we can probably fit some different stuff here. So get rid of the chocks, the tie downs, and the pitot covers. At the moment, we've got no GPS. We can fit it all the way up to the 750 XI from PDS by the looks. Right, so yeah, there it goes. Although still no autopilot as far as I could tell. Up here we just got trim. Yeah, James, definitely. I feel like we didn't give you your full amount of controlling there, but where's the autopilot? Master's on. That one. Fuel pump. Right of the yoke. The back switch. Oh. Pilot. HSI turn coordinate. There is something, yeah. Oh, here. Avionics Master Autopilot. Yeah, there is something, definitely. Love a good checklist. Yeah. You're right, actually. Let's grab the checklist. Here I am stumbling through. There's an auto start button, but no, we're not going to cheat. All right, checklist before engine start. Pre-flight, we'll say we've done a walk around and we're complete. Let's make sure we've got some fuel in here first. So we got someone in the front, 2 people in the back, maybe like a few pounds of bags as well. Won't put any person in the right seat there. They show up. And we got a full left wing, a full right wing, and our tip-tap tanks are pretty empty. So that's looks okay. Let's go back to the checklist. So our passengers are now done. Our seatbelts, they'll say we're secure. Our control lock, that bungee cord we've removed. Our gear switch. Where's our gear switch? There it is. That little orange one there. It's down. Parking brake. Set. Flaps are up. Yep, flaps are up. Radios are off. Autopilot master is off. Avionics master is off. Electrical switches are off. Circuit breakers are all in. And rotating beacon needs to go on. Where's the breakers? I'm pretty sure the breakers are modeled in this thing, so I'm gonna be behind. Oh no, just a nice little glove box. Hey, do you know? Okay. Rotating beacon can go on, apparently. Rotating beacon. See anything? Yeah, it's spinning. Alright. Great view, is it? Next, engine start. Fuel selectors we actually did earlier. Mixture can go rich. Oh, hang on. Controls. Still set up for flying airliner. If this works. Hopefully I don't need to map new controls. Okay, mixture's good. So mixture's rich. Throttle cracked. Prop forward. It's cracked. Prop is forward. Love it. Carb heat is off. Where are we going to find our carb heat? Pull on, push off. Okay. Master switch we've already turned on. Fuel pump was down here. Pump's on. A fuel pressure check. We don't look like... Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. Fuel pressure we have. Don't over prime. Okay. 7 Bob, thanks for the follow.
Hello and welcome to your flight with...
Okay, primer, another follow from Give. This is the first engine start, 777 Bob, so I don't know how it's going to go. We need 1 to 5 strokes of primer. So let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're primed. Mags to both. Prop area clear. Clear prop. Clear. Starter engaged. Oil pressure check. Mixture lean as required. Alright, are we ready? Let's see if it works. Come on. Come on. Hey. Oh, I think that's a bit too much power. That parking brake didn't work, did it? Ah, interesting. We got rolling straight away. Yeah, we started it first time. That's pretty good. All right, so we're gonna just lean on the ground here. Lean is required. Okay, taxi checklist. A primer needs to be locked. Avionics master can now come on. Avionics master is on. Ah, I was doing so well and we failed miserably. What happened? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Get that RPM to 1000. Come on, plane. Okay, let's not lean it too much. Let's not. Yeah. That parking brake on? It is on. Okay. Okay, okay. We saved it. We saved it. We saved it. Love it. Right. So, Avionics Master is on. Radios are on and down here. We've got standby radios as well. Yeah. Like, should come on. No? No? Oh, there we go. Everything just, you know, takes a realistic amount of time to kick in, hey. Transponder, we will set.
TOS, system test okay.
Transponder to altitude reporting. Altitude reporting. Oh, doesn't like that, does it? BFR. Altitude reporting. Enter. Maybe when we're moving. Move. Okay. Heading indicator. Of course. Heading. Set. Got our. I guess this is our fuel thingy. Nav lights as required. Lights are all seem to be down here, so lights left, lights right. Landing lights, strobe lights. Okay, I think we're set. Good. And parking brake release, brakes on initial roll. Then we're gonna go. We will do a run up. I don't normally do this much detail with GA aircraft, but let's do it properly, eh? So we'll taxi out here and find a run-up bay just short of runway 1. There is a holding bay actually over here, so, and I'll just get rid of this thing, and there's a line that we can follow. Yeah. Okay. Don't want to stall the engine, but also going pretty fast. Anyway, I hope this is of interest to you guys. It seems pretty good so far. Oh, good spot, Jet. That didn't come up in the checklist yet, but maybe it will do. Six. It is, you're quite correct. So, how do we set that? Okay, we're going to taxi to short of runway 04, closest runway. Judgmental eagle eyes. Yeah. Well, please do tell me what I get wrong here. Highly detailed plane that noob like myself bound to get a lot wrong. Anyway, it's fun though, eh? Like planning to do. Oh, yeah, we went right here. I slew. Yeah, I did slew right at the start, yeah. Ah, yeah, and I spun around. Is that what's caused this to be out of sync? Okay. I have to do a re-slew. Spin around in a circle. Put some salt over our shoulder and hope for the best. I have to press the heading knob and you can turn the compass card. Oh, just Sphero, thanks for being here, and that's it. Right, there's a short line here, we'll just stop here. And parking brake set. A. Ah, yes. Push. Quite correct. So now we are basically 100. Very nice. We fixed it. Alright, let's do our run-up then, shall we? Run-up checks. Position into wind. We'll say we're into wind. Brakes are held. The fuel quantity is full on the left and the right. Fuel selection is at desired tank. Mix is a bit more rich for the run-up. Throttle to 2,000 RPM. Oof. I knocked it the wrong way then for a second. Nearly stalled. 1,000 RPM. That. So when's it released? It's released right now. It released very few minutes ago. Okay, 2,000 RPM. Engine instruments check. Oil pressure, oil temperature, fuel pressure, amps is all good. Magnetos check. Okay. Are you watching? Are you watching? All right, checking the left. Drop of about 200 RPM. Back to both. And we're back to 2,000 RPM. The right. Not quite as much of a drop on the right, but definitely got a drop. From since Aussie time is ahead. Ooh. Maybe we got a sneak preview down here in Aussie land. Prop cycle 3 times, then reduce to 1,500 and check steady. Okay. Prop cycle. Back up to 2,000. Cycles. Cycles. That's 3. And then 1,500. Hold steady. Check steady. Steady. Then we're going to check the carb heat. All on. I don't know where we check the carb heat. See any risers anywhere? Cylinder head temp. Slight change on the cylinder head temp. Do it 3 times so you can check the manifold increase, prop decrease in oil pressure, temperature in next jet. Dropping RPM. Look at all this learning that we're doing today. Before takeoff checks. Props back full. Yeah. And that back. Before takeoff checks, controls. We'll leave that in. Free and correct. How are things looking on the outside? Looking good. Rudder trim. Thanks for the follow. Doors are latched. I think it's latched. I can't open it, so I'm going to assume it's latched. Fuel selection is on desired tank. The fuel pump is still on. Mixture is now full rich. Prop is full forward. Carb heat is back off. Engine gauges looking good. Pitot heat. We'll flip it on. Flip it on. Jacob, welcome to the stream.
Welcome aboard Air Canada.
Bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada.
That's right, fair though. Strobes can come on now. Strobes are on. And landing lights will do as we get rolling here. So, parking brakes released. Landing lights are on. Pull out onto the runway. No flaps, but I guess we've got a nice long runway and a small little plane. Whoops. It's a bit squirrely. Yep. Great so far. Good so far. Okay, so for takeoff, we're going to go full open, airspeed alive, check engines, rotate at 85 miles per hour. Oh, it does say flaps up. There, maybe I missed flaps. Okay, we'll set flaps. One notch flaps. Airspeed VY is 95. Emergency landing area verify. All right, cool. And now fuel pump off at 1,000 feet. Reduce the power at 1,000 feet. Okay, so 1,000 feet. We'll come back to the checklist. It did say that we were going to go to 42 VA. Virginia Beach, here we come. Okay, everyone. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit so you can hear the takeoff roll here. Volume's up a bit. And turn that back on, get you all the views. Oh! That's power set. Pulling. Airspeed's alive. Get a lot of right rudder needed. And rotate. Comes up quite quick. And gear up. Slippery Berg. Slight change of plan. We did the first flight as per the Discord, and then we're now flying this brand new Banshee. Hey, we're going to end up flying over the White House if we're not careful, so didn't really plan on departing out of DCA, but that's okay. Climbing, and we'll come around, do right hand pattern here. It's coming up on 1,000 feet. Okay, we level. Field. Yeah, we have a number to call. Definitely have a number to call. Okay, that's 1,000 feet, so I'm going to turn that fuel pump off. There's fly 737-800. Welcome.
Hello.
Power, we're going to reduce it at 1,000 feet. We want 24 inches max. So we're setting that and 2,400 RPM max. Okay, there we go. Mixture lean is required. We'll lean first of all. A little bit. That's our climb. It's a bit foggy. Let's try and get above the fog here. And then we will fly outbound. This is showing the GPS track, isn't it? EDI seems to be showing this GPS track. Yeah, it is better above the fog. Have to manually set the course, okay. We'll take a left turn onto course. Jet, that's okay, that's okay. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna try and kill me here. A few things. Pretty sure this is more like that way. If anyone wants me to test anything, attempt anything in this, I'm up for it, so just let me know. I'm hand flying at the moment, just so you all know. If I do figure out the autopilot, I'll show you my hands and we'll see how it goes. Pretty responsive to the trim wheel on the Bravo. How are we doing? Oh, we're still pretty good on this. Okay, we're good. The fuel flow is good, cylinder head is good, pressure is good, temperature is good down there. Okay. Do a barrel roll. No barrel rolls. Don't forget flaps. Thank you. There you go. There's something about barrel rolls. AP is a switch next to you. Yeah, I've spotted it. I don't quite know what it's going to do. We'll figure it out shortly. I don't think the Comanche is suitable for barrel roll. Shall we try it? I kind of want to get up to a cruise first, so only have lateral or vertical. Okay. Although we got autopilot, HSI, turn coordinator. We got some stuff down there. Cabin heat, defrost, cabin vent. And ooh, that changed the sounds. That's cool. We are going southeast, so we should really be at like 5,500. I guess 3,500 is going to be still a bit foggy. It's very stable, I will give it that. It's very easy to hand fly, is my first impression here. Oh, RNF RNPs, yeah. After switch the AP master on, you can switch to the lateral modes by pressing the little knob left top of the turn coordinator. Fine. Push mode. Oh, okay. Cool. So why don't we set this up here? Let's try it. Here we go. Look at this. It's come alive. Ready. Here we go. It's ready. What does this do? Oh, push. Push. Heading. Will that work on the heading bug now? Yeah, that's the heading. Okay, we got a heading bug. How does she look? Nice. We can probably turn those lights off later. Playing it right now. It took ages to download. That's why it's always fun doing a new plane on the stream though. 4,500 coming up. We're going to level out at 5.5 for our VFR, semi-VFR cruise. We would have done it IFR if we'd had ATC, no VATSIM controllers, so kind of flying direct, see how it flies, different stages of flight. Alt disengage push button just below the yoke. Yes. AP disconnect, alt, engage, disengage. Few minutes to download. Wow. Took like half an hour for me. I don't know why. Okay, well, so far so good. I haven't, you know, it feels really good. It looks really good, and I'm very happy with how the engine model and everything is looking. Probably put a bit more power in here just as we're climbing. Waiting for this TDI to come toward us. I keep disappearing the yoke so that I can see. Oh look, there's another, there's an AP disconnect and an alt disconnect, engage, disengage on the yoke as well for you. So when you got it disappeared, you can click it, and when it's there, you can click it. Oh, that was actually 5,500, so let's see if this alt engage works. Relatively. Yeah, it works. Disengage, we'll get back down to 5.5 exactly. Track mode will follow the GPS. Yeah, I will do that. I'm assuming it will. Track low or high. Got two options there. Alright, let's get this out engaged so that I can only think about one thing at a time. And then we've got track high, maybe? It's not doing anything at the moment. It's as bad as holding out to use a real autopilot. It's doing alright. It's doing alright. What we might do is... Can't we... try something like this, just to see how it feels with it. No, that didn't work. Direct, activate. Oh wait, it's doing something. It's doing something. Yeah, there you go. It does follow it does indeed follow the magenta line for you magenta line enthusiasts. I think we're going to pull the power and RPM back a bit. Yeah, feels a bit racy. 2,100 RPM. 2,100 map. The TDS 750 NXI is available from the TDS website. TDS GTN 750. It is a separate add-on. I think this thing's also compatible with a few different things as well. There's the TDS. Yeah, so you do have to set the course yourself, right? So 208 we would need to set. Go. Go. Two in the sky. Indeed, yeah, it seems really good. Thanks for dropping in, everyone, to check out this very first preview of the Comanche from A2A. Looking pretty nice so far. Yes, it does have customizable integration of a few things, so let's have a look. You can control the autopilot here if you want a cheat mode. Options as well. Persistence, volume, gyro drift, lighting. There's the GPS options there at the top. So we got no GPS, the 430, the 530, the 530 and the 430, the default 750 in the sim, and the TDS 750 XI. Also in here we've got the payload page. Got a maintenance. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Got a maintenance, so I'm guessing we'll see what I've destroyed over time here. Engine analyzer. Those look pretty red, don't they? Is that bad? Is that bad? I don't know. They look hot, don't they? My cylinder head temperature's alright. PMS, the PMS, yeah, the PMS. Walk around. Okay, for jet. See what's under advanced here. Some interesting options here. Yes, Slippery Berg. The TDS is a separate add-on for GA aircraft. So I think you'll get something. You got that HF radios, three-way gear switch, original prop lever. Oh, it just changes it to a big black one. Or a blue one. Rudder trim speed, elevator force. Turbulence, VR or flat screen. I guess that's just custom. Wear rate, failure rate. It only works on planes that are designed to work with its Slippery Berg. Most add-on planes now have the slot for it, but not all. Definitely not all. What it is, it's based on the Garmin Trainer software. So basically, you install the Trainer software, and then you install like a package that allows you to use it both outside the sim as a trainer on your PC, and also in the sim in planes that support it. 13 gallons per hour, is that good? I probably should bring the manual up. So we will fly this again on whenever I stream next, and I'll read the manual a little bit beforehand so I know what our cruise settings should be and everything. But as it is right now, I'm pretty happy with how things are going here. So Also, something... Oh, wait. Oh, we can't click. I just saw pilot's operating handbook. I thought that would be... Lean it out. Oh, yes. We do need to lean it out. Apparently, there's a lean button here. Lean find. Look at that. Then we lean. We just lean now. Anyway, I'm thinking it says lean. Leanest. There we go. Ooh. Ah, you see that shape then? We'll go slightly richer. Slightly richer. Oh, is that why it was showing, the engine looked a bit wonky? They're green now. Although, it doesn't sound quite right. That sounds better. Oh yeah, it was blinking at me as well. Okay, that's cool. Haven't heard, that's the first time in the sim that I've heard like an engine splutter as you lean it too much. It usually just dies, right? Which is kind of cool. Why is this beeping at us now? Trim. They want us to trim up. Yeah, it wanted us to trim up. Okay. It was obviously struggling to maintain the altitude with the trim setting that we had. Okay, seems to be running pretty nice now. We got 10 gallons per hour. Exit. Oh, 5.6. Oh, good. So efficient. Percent horsepower. I think I read that, or was it on their YouTube video, that normal cruise is around 65% horsepower. So, bring it up a bit more. Yep. There we go. Running quite nicely now. Frame rates seem good. I'm not finding any real issues compared to other GA planes. So we departed from A2A scenery. We're going to a freeway scenery. The outside's super smooth, but you kind of expect that for a smaller plane. Inside seems totally fine. No issues. Probably should turn this chappy on to a... Okay, we've got an ADF over here. Yeah, ADF. Oh, that must be that one. I don't know what this is. Autopilot HSI turn coordinator. Oh, here we go. Piper auto control. To engage, push turn control at DG in and center knobs, then push in engaging control, rocking wheel if necessary. Turn, move turn control in desired direction. For heading lock, set DG at 0 degrees, pull out turn control knob, use trim knob, maintain exact zero heading. Well, I have no idea what that means, but it sounds very impressive. Okay. Cruise is going very nicely. What's the... Does it have a cabin temperature? So we've got... I guess that's outside air temperature. 60 degrees Fahrenheit. EGT, CHT. I don't think it has a cabin temperature. My door handle's wibble wobbling. I hope I've closed the door properly. light. Love to see it. What's up here? Oh. Nice. Oil pressure is quite high. Okay, we'll pull. There you go. As instructed. Go up a bit. It's giving you anxiety. Too detailed. Love it. Good. Yeah, so oh, we're about to hit this waypoint. So there you go, jet. Kind of proves that the following the autopilot relatively well. Now 50 miles from DCA, and we've got about 90 miles to go. One thing that I used to do, it wants us to trim down. One thing that I used to do with new GA planes is figure out what the stall characteristics are like. So, do you guys want to see a stall when we get closer? That's always kind of interesting. Power on stall, just pull the power back a little bit and increase the angle of attack until it drops. See if it's recoverable from that. Okay. We'll give that a shot. Like we don't need our defroster. This thing. Oh. What did I just open? Is that the vent? I think I opened the vent. Yeah. Can you hear that? Vent open, vent closed. More lights and things up here. Oh, there's our elevator trim. Right there. I don't know what this big red button does. It's scary. It's not our ELT because I forget it. That's pretty much it, I think. So a pretty simple plane. Like once you figure out your way around the cockpit here, it's not too challenging, but realistic for absolutely sure. I know I was reading that apparently this engine, which is something that hasn't been modeled obviously in Microsoft Flight Sim before, different cylinders are different, different amounts of mix. So the ones near the front are richer and the ones near the back are always leaner in this engine, based on the way the carburetor is designed. So you need to watch these back cylinders the most because they are always the leanest. Kind of interesting. Shows our mags, shows torque, RPM, power thrust. Below the lights, okay. Let's have a look. They're very well hidden. Very well hidden. If you see, and they are all clickable. Let's test something, shall we? What can we test easily? Let's test radio. Failed. Yeah, that works. F2. Failed. Well, I think, like, you have to pull them down to get them out. You know, if you hit them with your knee, you're going to push them back in, so... but I just realized that this probably will reset. Yeah, it will. Alright, let's,
TOS. System test okay.
do that. I just destroyed our... route there. But that's okay, we get to play with the GNS again. 42 VA. Go direct to 42 VA. Enter, activate. Course of 153. And over to there. There we go. Fixed it. Fortunately, the engines seem to be running okay. All right, so what else have we got to do? Where was it? Flight info checklists. Got emergency checklists. So yeah, basically never seen this before in a plane for MSFS, so that's kind of cool. Power loss in flight, engine fire. I'm guessing that means that these failures are all modeled. They can be, you know, encouraged. Electrical fire, carburetor icing, engine roughness, engine oil, CHT temperature, loss of fuel pressure, loss of oil pressure, prop overspeed, alternator failure, spin recovery. Might need that later. Throttle to idle, ailerons neutral, spin direction identify, rudder full opposite, control wheel full forward, when rotation stops, rudder neutral, control wheel smooth. That's pretty standard, eh? And over here. Oh, there you go. There's the cabin temperature. And we got speed and power settings. Cruise up to 24 manifold pressure, 1800 to 2400 RPM. Mixture 0 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Richer peak. Run at richer peak. Okay, there's our flap speeds, our gear speeds, landing, stall speed. Normal config is 71. Stall speed landing config is 64. S-glide 105. Max crosswind 17 knot. Pretty cool, it gives you this. Wind coming off the right side. There's the UNH. 11 kilometers visibility. I guess, more or less. 15 degrees outside, no zip. Oh. You can control all the stuff from here as well. So for approach, we're going to turn the autopilot off, the fuel pump back on, select the desired tanks, check the fuel pressure, mixture to rich, prop full forward, carb heat won't be required, airspeed 120 knots, gear will come down then, and then flaps as desired, do our gum checks. Landing gear, we want green, flaps down, if windy flaps is required, add 5. Airspeed 90 miles an hour for landing, okay. Alright, we're gonna do the power on stall test now, so I will disconnect the autopilot and I'll just kind of push the prop and it's a little bit forward just in case this goes badly wrong. And later day, welcome to the stream. It is A2A height time, yeah. So what we're going to do is just pull power back and keep it, I guess, pretty much nose level and see how it handles this. This is an intentional stall just to see how it handles, whether it goes into a spin, whether the spin recovery is straightforward or whether it's a death trap. We'll find out pretty soon. It's still okay at the moment, allowing that speed to bleed off, keeping the trim in the right place. Doesn't really want to lose too much speed, to be honest. I have to bring the nose up. We add a bit of climb here. Not too much climb. It'll die pretty quick, I think. 100 knots. It's knots, or is it mile per hour? It's actually mile per hour on the airspeed gauge. I'll have to get used to that. Okay, it's still pretty okay at 90. It's still okay. Still okay. Very much pulling back now. Trying to get off this airspeed. We should hit the stall soon. Stall warning's going. That in. There it is. Wants to stall, but it's pretty docile. Like if you let it stall past here, you there it goes. Okay. Yeah, it's very docile. Very docile. Power back gently. Fun. Very fun. Yeah, if you manage to stall it with all of that stall warning, a little bit of wibble wobble, and one wing dip, another wing dip, and finally it drops out of the sky, but very recoverable, definitely. Right, now my trim's all out of, way out of whack. And right, there's 5,500. If we can that back in. That in. See what it does. How's the airplane? Concreto, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really enjoying it. I would say definitely, if not the, well, probably the, but you know, amongst the best GA planes for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've literally, obviously, it only came out what, an hour ago, so I haven't probably properly formed an opinion on it. Like I've taken it off, flown around an airport, and now we're kind of testing it on a bit of a longer leg. But just reset those bits down at like 5.5. Come down. But so far, yeah, very, very impressive, I would say. We got about 60 miles to go until we land, so probably in about 40 miles we'll start descending down towards the ground. We'll do some low-level stuff down at 1,500 feet or so. Should this be set to 171 now? Following this, I think it's bringing us back onto course. I do particularly like the engine thingy. Particularly like this. Where is it? Here, where we can see the engine running. Very interesting way of them kind of implementing this, I think. Definitely allows you to really visualize what's going on. These are a bit hot at the back, aren't they? Everything's looking okay though. My oil pressure and temperature is fine. If you fly inverted long enough, you'll lose the engine. Yeah, you probably would. What about the fuel pump? If we turn the fuel pump on, we'll be better for a bit longer, right? What else have we got? Oh, electric system. We haven't looked at all this stuff. Alternators running. Gravity-fed fuel system. Okay. Alternators running. It's providing power to the battery and to the cockpit. The battery is charged, 13.9 volts, and we're putting out only like 10 amp, less than 10 amps to the cockpit. Charge. Oh, I guess if we use too much juice on the ground, we can plug it in. That's pretty cool. What else? Airframe, I guess. Turn them off. Oh, you can turn the tip tanks off. There you go. Those of you not a fan of tip tanks, you can turn them on and off, pretty straightforward there. Propeller, different propeller options. Probably we won't see any difference in flight, but we can put that on the ground. Oh, look at this. We've got a little engineer's guidebook to the engine here. A little bit of an explanation as to what all the stuff does for those of you who are interested. Spark plugs, different spark plugs. You can overhaul the engine. Yeah, it's super detailed. Super detailed. Way more so than anything else I've seen. Same man, yes. This is the TDS 750 NXI. It's available from there. I personally think it's worth it if you fly a lot of planes that have the implementation for it. I think it is the most true to life GPS available for the sim. The Working Title, don't get me wrong, Working Title have done a fantastic job with the 530 and obviously with the 1000 and everything. However, for the 750, there's a couple of different options. There's like a basic default option, there's the PMS option, and there's this one. No, Melvin, I haven't. Shall we try that? So yeah, it is a separate purchase. If you fly planes that make use of it, then I think it's worth it. So, Melvin, we can give that a go if I can find a VOR that's near here. Let's see, DC. Oh. Cape Charles should be just off to our left, 112.2. It does run on an older air rack, that's right, Concreta. The only way to update it is to pay a lot of money, and I mean thousands, for the Garmin subscription. That's right, Slidey Bart, yeah. Yeah. It depends whether you want like super true to life realism, which is the TDS, or whether you want the most up-to-date air rack. Alright, so I got 112 and we've picked up Charlie Charlie Victor VOR. What I'm gonna do now is set our heading bug so that we don't go completely off course. So we're on the heading. Then we're gonna flip that to flip the CDI to VLOC. And Charlie Charlie Victor is indeed off to our left. And you can see there, course deviation indicator is very smooth, like it. And then I'm guessing if we want to turn towards it, what? Is it low? It is low. Yep. Don't know the difference between track low and track high, but it does seem to work relatively okay. So yeah, tracking VOR seems to work okay. We can see if there's any NDVs around here, but they're becoming pretty rare on the east coast of the US, so we may not find anything. But I can see. No, not really. There is one on the way, actually. 113, maybe might pick up. Yes, I do like how that HSI is smooth. I agree. There is one. 113. That didn't work. 2 knobs. It is 2 knobs. One. Got a bit of mouse wheel acceleration there. I'm not sure if that's going to pick anything up there, but let's sync that. Know how temperamental NDVs are in the simulator, so we'll see if that kicks in at some point. Alright, I want to go back now direct to 42 Victor Alpha, so we're going to reactivate that. And we're going to go back over to GPS. And track should be 102. There. Where are we going? We are turning in the right way. Ah, this one. 167 is what we want, right? 167, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the autopilot seems to work pretty seamlessly, to be honest. Pretty much exactly as you'd expect. If I can find any other NDVs that may work, we can try them, but there's not a whole lot in the area. I'd assume if we found an NDV that was, you know, functional in the simulator, it would work fine. Can't see any reason why it wouldn't. It's obviously equipped and everything. Thanks for the follow, Pate 691.
Hello and welcome to your flight with...
We're going to be starting our little descent here very shortly down into Virginia Beach. Apparently it's a challenging approach I've been given from Jet, so it's a little visual challenging one. Is there anywhere else? Yeah, there's a few places around here if we have too much trouble, so fine. Oh really? Track low is used when radio signal is unstable. Okay. It must just, I don't know, take the average or something. Alright, Jet. Yeah. Only 80 people watching to critique my landing here when it all goes wrong. It's fine. To the follow, same man. Gonna see where we are. Land it perfectly. Yeah, well, you're obviously new here. Landings are not guaranteed here on the Amplifiers channel. We'll give it a best shot. How about that? You could have given me Norfolk International, which looks like a much more sensible. Oh no, Virginia Beach. You could have given me Kilo November Tango uniform. Yeah. That's like super close and a real airport. But instead you've given me some sketchy grass field to land in. Alright, let's disengage the Alt hold. Pull the power back just a bit and just allow it to start descending. Center lines for professionals, yeah, exactly. And I'm definitely not one of those, so. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're descending. 500 feet per minute. I've also got an IRL instrument emergency, which is that my keyboard battery light has started flashing. So give me a second while I plug some power in. 10% faith, thanks chat. That's all the faith I need. There we go, we're charging, it's all good. Continuing the descent, we're not really losing a lot of altitude here. Keep it dropping. Keep it dropping. We push the rock forward a bit to help. Oh yeah, yeah, it's very smooth. Even like the pitch trim feels very smooth. Very easy to control, you know. There's some of the pitch trim on some of those Coronado planes is like one little movement of pitch trim and all of a sudden you're like nose into the water, but yeah, it all feels very controllable and smooth, which is great to see. Okay, so we have 30 miles to go. And about 3,000 feet to lose. We start flying visually. Again, foggy. Do we get rid of the fog just for the beauty of whatever we're going to see here? I know everyone loves live weather, but if we do think of it prettier just for this first landing. Oh no, that's too many clouds. Is that better? There we go. Is that better? I don't know. I think it's a bit better. I know it's mildly sacrilegious to change the weather mid-flight, but yeah, better views field on the way down. It's very sporty, I would say. It's very easy to maintain like 160 miles per hour here. I think it should do, Reese. It should do. 329, okay. Is it in the community folder? Sometimes that's where they put it after it's installed. 329. Can I check? I can't really check, actually. Mid-flight. Unless it's on their website. Start menu. Oh, there you go. A2A. Check for updates. Emergency pilot's manual. There you go. Well done, Slidey Bot. Comes with a complete manual. 55 pages. Go down through 4,000 now. Casual descent. That NDB does not seem to be picking up just yet, unless I've done something wrong here. That's turned on, right? Mode. No. ADF there. Oh, there's a timer in there actually. That's what I was wondering where the clock was. There's an analog clock there, but there's a ET in there as well, lapse timer. Okay, nice and chill. And a nice chill flight actually for a brand new plane. A good little shakedown though, a nice hour long in the air. Easy to climb, easy to cruise, easy to lean. Looks awesome. Pretty classic lines. And Navigraph, okay. Live weather landing. I just turned off the live weather because it's too foggy for a visual. Should be like 20 miles out here. Somewhere in the fields here is where we're heading towards. Let's turn our lights on. We're now descending through 3,000. Done. Probably just out of range, okay. Yeah, I find that the NDBs in MSFS do require you to be surprisingly close. And that's 2005, but we can keep going. We're at sea level, so here, obviously. I'm guessing the local 013 because we've just set a weather preset. Right, 2000. We'll keep going down to 15. We're on the approach for Norfolk International.
Hello and welcome to your
Probably
flight
should.
with...
Thanks for the follow, A310 Captain. Welcome aboard this A2A Comanche first flight. So, apologies if I'm not showing it off amazingly. I did have to find my own way around the cabin. 1129, okay. And yeah, again, if anyone wants to see anything here just before we land, feel free. Before we land, feel free to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. See the PFD, sure. Yeah, we've been referring to it throughout the flight. So homepage, then a load of checklists, some info on the aircraft, a load of checklists here, emergency checklists, quick reference stuff, some different controls here that you can do. You can control like almost all the plane from the tablet if you want, but you don't have to. A few different GPS options. That's where you set the fuel and the payload. It's going to trim us to level flight. Yeah, the tablet's very smooth. Yeah, the maintenance page, I really like this. So you can change some options about the airframe. You can learn about the engine. You can watch your engine, how it's operating. You can check your electrics as well. And then the walk around allows you to inspect different parts of the plane, open some hatches and things like that on the ground. So I'm actually, given that we just looked at it, I'm going to go a bit richer and push the prop forward as well as we're coming in and start to slow us down. We're getting a little too low for my liking, so stay around about here. 1,300 feet. And we'll try and spot this field. Should be about 15 miles ahead of us now. Power to the shields. Yeah, exactly. A310. A310 captain. I do like flying the A310. However, the last time I flew it, it did try and kill me. So, which half pilot error, half the plane being a little bit odd. So, I need to get back on the horse, as it were, and give it another shot with the A310. As I was flying on VATSIM, very busy because Stansted, Build Stansted Airport had just been released, and I was flying into Stansted, and yeah, it was a bit of a mission, if I'm honest. Okay, we're supposed to be 120 knots on approach, so I'm trying to lose a bit more speed here. And probably just going to take the autopilot out for now. There we go. We'll hand fly from now. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm usually very comfortable flying it. I just had a bit of a nightmare, as sometimes happens, especially when you're streaming at the same time as flying on VATSIM and other things all at once. Okay, we're coming up to 120 knots, so we'll maintain that now. And 1,000 feet. An inadequate field. Well, there's plenty of other places we can land around here, Jet, so it's not too bad. See what we find when we get there. I'm not finding the trim difficult. Whoever just asked that, sorry, I didn't catch that. Datalis 2022, sorry. Yeah, I'm not finding the trim difficult. I'm actually finding it probably the easiest GA plane to trim in the sim so far. Very smooth trim, doesn't respond too quickly. Get out. It is out. This is it. It came out a few hours ago. Commercial. Verstix has gone to commercial break. We'll be right back. Ooh, that's good, right? Super good. Scared of being outside the plane. Now that we're not on autopilot. Minus 56 or more to get it level. I'm not finding any issues like that. Seems to be working okay. Is it out? It is out, Verstix. Yes, it came out a few hours ago. Yeah, I get the white dot when I jump in and out of the cockpit quickly. It's the dreaded white dot indeed. So we should be 8 miles now. Quite a lot of nose down trim is required. Very nice lower level cruiser as well, actually. Casually flying along, pretty controllable. Outhold does work very well, yeah. We did all of the cruise in outhold. Yeah, from the A2A website, that's right. Get some views here while we can. This great imagery, actually. Yeah, we're slowly climbing. Alright. Yeah, where's this field? Is it? Is that it? That's literally a field. £39.90. Yes, that sounds about right. It was $49.99 USD. Works out about 1,000 Australian dollars. But not really. About, what, 80 Australian. I know that's popped up. I'm just going to turn the F-35 and a bunch of other... Yeah, good for you, Burstix. Buy some stuff on sale, why don't you? Now, we've still got a few more miles. It's not this field. It is a bit further out somewhere. GoPro cam coming in handy here. Yeah, it really wants to go up. It does need a lot of nose down trim. Grass field, okay. Everyone keep your eyes out for a grass field here. Look at that, Pat. I just really struggling to stay low and keep the speed down. Really doesn't want to. Which is a pilot thing, not a plane thing, I think. Okay, Jet. Alright, there's other places to land here if we need to. I am liking it, Jacob. It's a pilot's plane is how I would describe it. Hand flies really, really, really nice. Could be off our left wing anytime now. There it is. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, you put some flaps in. There it is. Just have a pitch trim wheel. Yes, I believe that's all it has. You're asking, does it have electric trim? I don't think it does. Worth it? Yeah, I would say it's worth it so far. Seems to be super stable, you know, most stable and true to real life that I've flown so far in the sim. There's some other payware planes that come close. Pitch trim's on the ceiling. There you go. There's your pitch trim. Imagine that, you're just all the time, you're just like this. Cowboy. Alright, I think we're gonna get the gear down. Yep. Start turning. If I start recording, it. Getting a bit low there. Low, never a good thing. Actually, yeah, same airframe. Okay. Alright, 90 knots is where we want to be, which is where we're at. Now I've lost the feel. Oh, there it is, right ahead of us. Perfect. So, here we go. First landing, everyone, in the A2A Comanche, just released tonight. For $49.99 USD in Virginia Beach. Oh, we've gained a lot. Oh crap, we've gained a load of speed on that descent. Apologies in advance. We might actually have to go.
500.
Might have to go around here. Sorry, that was very loud. Unless we can bleed the speed off real quick. Oh no, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Coming. Yep. Coming. Down. Whew. OT, but we did it. It is literally a field, but we did make it to Virginia Beach. There you go. That was nice, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. Very nice indeed. Alright, let's get off this field. And park up by one of these buildings over here, I'm guessing. Should be parked over there somewhere. Bring the flaps up. Lights can come off. Lean a bit for the ground. The sounds are very nice, yeah. Very enjoyable, the sounds. I don't know how the replay is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. I like this, like, bouncing along the field. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is actually an airport, you know? I think we may have just landed in a field. Good. Got stuck. Yeah, it's probably the best engine noise that I've heard. Piston engine noise that I've heard. Cool. Let's watch the replay. Just the last bit of the landing. And if anyone's got any final... Okay. If anyone's got any final requests or questions that you want me to look at, thinking about purchasing, I'm happy to do that. Here's the replay. Alright, Melvin Leroy. Glad you enjoyed. Whoa! That was not a good view change. I'll have to... Sorry, the replay does work, but... I'm gonna have to sort it out here. There we go. Military Aviation Museum where I parked. Ah, cool. Yeah, you're welcome everyone. I hope you enjoyed that first look of the A2A. I wouldn't really call it a review. It's tough to do a review after you've only flown a plane on one flight, right? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. As I was saying through the flight, I did find it to be probably one of the most stable hand-fly aircraft. I also found, you know, everything that you did in the cockpit did what you'd expect it to do, which sounds obvious, but is not always the case with GA planes and MSFS. There you go. It is the TDS 750, Steve, yeah. So yeah, I'll be flying more of this in the near future for sure. I probably need to practice a little bit off the stream and learn a bit more. So it does come with a really good PDF manual, and obviously everything in the EFB or tablet that's in the plane with a whole lot of information and a whole lot of options and things that you can play around with. So plenty more for us to see and do with this aircraft. I really like it. Sounds were really good as well, I would say. Really good. So thanks for being here. Really appreciate everyone's support for tonight. And I'll see you again next time.